What's going on? This is what you out here doing?
Sleeves rolled up like she ready to put in work. Chrissy, you ready to put in some work?
Yeah, bitch, I know you.
Bitch, you know me.
Yeah, I know you, bitch. What?
I'm a prostitute. Oh, she made money modeling? Yeah, okay. We believe you, bitch.
What?
Are you
You
kidding
ain't
me,
gonna be able to go nowhere, you non-singing.
Woo! Welcome to Love and Hip Hop, then.
Mercury is cyber stalking me. She's mentally ill. I think she wants my life.
What was it that caused you to say that?
When she started really going crazy on social media non-stop, and when she started contacting everyone that I came in contact with, contacting businesses.
What's up, everybody? It's DJ Raymond, Power 105.1. This time I'm just having fun with this. My main man, I made our co-host for today. And this is the Powers Industry, home of new music and entertainment. And our celebrity guest today, reality TV star, humanitarian, public figure, Chrissy Monroe. How you doing? Welcome to the studio. How you doing? Good. So what do we want to talk about?
You asked me. I'm your guest.
I'm just trying to stay focused.
You know what?
No, let's eyes up there, right?
Sorry. I figured you want to talk about those, but no.
When did they get here?
No, no,
So, you've been with us before, and we had such a great time. Raymond wasn't here, but this time, you know, you went through some things. You commented in the previous interviews about that. So before we touch there, everybody always asks you about the love and hip hop stuff. I know you hate to answer that. The only question I didn't ask you, I noticed that it was a short run. Like, it's like you left the show. And I never asked you that question. And I always wondered why, because your ratings were so high. You had really good numbers. So, why? Why leave Love and Hip Hop?
Why was it short?
Because I wasn't in love anymore. I wasn't in the relationship anymore. And, you know, the show is true to the title, Love and Hip Hop. And at the time, I wasn't doing any music. And, you know, I was in a relationship, so it's about your storyline. We broke up. He did not divorce his wife. For anyone that followed that season, I was in a relationship with Chink Santana, 3-time Grammy winner. Very talented man, I'll give him that. But he was also a married man. I gave him 2 years of my life, and I wasn't going to give him any more time. I was, you know, pretty much give him the ultimatum. He promised me on the show that he was going to get the divorce, and he never did. So I couldn't be with him another year, and I just couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. He wanted to do another season. I didn't. I couldn't deal with it. I didn't want to deal with it. It was too stressful. So
the TV show, relationship, it really had to go hand in hand. If you wasn't in a relationship, it just didn't feel real for you.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of people fake it.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. I've seen people stage it. And
yeah, I can't do that. I can't do it. If I can't stand you, I cannot fuck with you. I'm sorry. I can't be around you. So.
That makes sense. That's why it was fun, because it was actually real.
Yeah, if you think about somebody like you can't stand, a chick that irritates your soul, could you really be in her presence for 10 months of filming, day in and day out? No, I doubt it.
So are you single now? People want to know.
Yes, I'm single. Okay. Yes, I'm dating a few different people.
Okay. I feel bad for them if they're listening right now, thinking they're the only one. No.
Hey, no, I don't ever tell anyone they're the only one. I'm dating. You know,
you're exploring your options.
Yeah. So
reviewing applications.
And I'm very respectful. I would never disrespect anyone. Right. You know, but guys, come on, man. If I'm stupid, if I think I'm the only one with most men, until there's a ring on my finger, fuck it, I'm doing me. What are you gonna do? Right?
That's why you had to come back. I knew he was gonna get this. So let's jump right in. Dr. Phil.
Yes.
You had him on the you wound up on the show.
How'd you get on the show?
Yeah, how'd you get on the show?
Let's go there. Did they call you? You reached out to them? You needed help?
Crazy, man. I got stalked onto Dr. Phil. Literally stalked onto Dr. Phil. And how did that happen? A lot of people that follow me, they know that I've had a female stalker from Brooklyn for over 3 years, going into 4 years.
That's crazy.
She's a complete stranger. We never messed with the same guy, none of that. Crazy. She's been arrested. I have an order of protection. She called the Dr. Phil show just to be close to me, just to be able to talk to me.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So she calls Dr. Phil.
She calls the producers.
They accept her call.
Mm-hmm. Because it has to do with me and the big name of Love and Hip Hop. That's a different market that Dr. Phil hasn't really touched on.
Right.
So it's beneficial for his production as well, of course. They called me and they're like, well, you know, would you come on the show and confront your stalker? I said, I have an order of protection against the bitch. I said, I in no way, shape, or form want to be in the same room with her. I said, plus I fear for my safety. I said, I'm not going out there. We assure you, you'll be in a first-class separate flight. You won't be in the same hotel. The only time you're going to see her is when you're on stage and security will be there. I called my attorney. She said, well, you can't get in trouble. You're not the one with the order against you. She is. Right. And she knows damn well she's not supposed to be doing any of this.
Supposed to, right.
Yeah, but she did it anyway. And I figured, you know what, it's Dr. Phil. Let's be 100. I'm not going to be fake and say, fuck that. This is like Oprah's thing. Of course I'm going to go on Dr. Phil and plug my fucking nonprofit foundation and my shit. That's a big plug. Right. So yeah, I went.
So you guys were on the stage together, or were you behind the scene on a canvas screen?
I was on the stage.
Okay. So what was the outcome of it?
The outcome...
Was it beneficial to her or to you?
No, I thought Dr. Phil would have
resolved the issue?
Somehow. He didn't do shit.
Nothing.
And he wears too much powder and foundation. Anyway, that's neither here nor there. He didn't resolve it. You know what pissed me off? And it's a lot of victim shaming with stalking. Right. And I've learned this by being a victim of stalking, that people just don't believe you. They think it's like, once you retaliate, I think Cardi B had posted something, people don't notice when you're provoked, they only notice when you retaliate. Right. I've ignored this bitch for years. I've had to post her to warn people on my social media because she has contacted 30 to 40 people a day saying she's a counselor for my foundation, that she wants to help them. She sends women as far as Africa her phone number, and when they're tricked into calling, you following that white devil bitch? She's obsessed.
Oh, wow.
It's crazy. I've never been.
She has mental issues.
Yeah, absolutely. So, Dr. Phil kind of made it seem like this was some kind of even keel. And I had to kind of just be like, whoa, at the end of the show, I think you said you watched it. I was like, wait a minute, let me talk. I said, this is not an even keel here. Like, this ain't no even shit. No, right. I'm a victim.
Right.
Like, this bitch won't leave me the fuck alone. Oh, you two need to stop. I said, it ain't no us two.
Right. You have no relationship with her.
He did make it seem like, and I didn't understand that part because I thought you made it clear that she was stalking you, and you really wanted nothing to do with her. And the idea of you going on the show was to help her understand
and to help
that
other
she needed
people. Exactly. And to expose the subject. It's cyber stalking. People all over are going through this shit. People hide behind keyboards. The same thing as cyberbullying, but it's your predatory behavior. You're watching my every move. You're watching who I interact with. You're contacting those people to defame me in hopes to try to mess up my money or whatever. I don't know what the ulterior motive is. I don't know why the bitch stalks me, and I honestly don't give a fuck. I just want to be left alone. So a lot of people were very, very upset after watching that show. They said that he really kind of did me dirty. Right. But he don't care. He's all about the ratings.
He's just ratings, yeah.
So I was disappointed because I thought he was better than that. I was actually disappointed. She was arrested. Actually, she was arrested a week or two before the show.
Oh, wow.
They went to Brooklyn and knocked on her door, the sheriffs, and they brought her, extradited her to Yonkers, where she spent the night in prison, jail. And she has to go back to court at the end of the month. The County of Westchester, New York is prosecuting her through the District Attorney's Office. So, you know, I am finally getting some help. Right. But it took years of me going to the police and begging, please help me.
With this person, right.
And they're like, oh, just block her. I said, you don't think I blocked her? She makes new pages every day. I've caught like 50 pages. She just doesn't stop.
Wow.
And I'm not the only one she does it to. Her ex-husband and his wife, he divorced her 11 years ago. She has been on them for 11 years to this day. They've had orders of protection.
Wow.
And I told her on the show, get a life.
She's sick.
Yeah, so hopefully they're going to be asking for a psychiatric evaluation. Yeah, so.
They have to.
Yeah. Besides that, I'm very disappointed with the legal system. But I have to also understand that this is a fairly new phenomenon with technology. And they have not even begun sensitivity training with the police department. Right. A lot of these old school cops, they barely have a Facebook. Right. So they don't get it.
They don't understand.
And that's okay. But their ignorance is causing a lot of damage as far as these perpetrators are getting away with stalking. And people are killing themselves, they're falling into depression, a lot of really, things.
If you retaliate, you might hurt them, then you catch a charge. And so it could have been
prevented. And you got young people as well that are dealing with cyberbullying, and there's no real answer for them.
So
and a lot of them are hurting
themselves. In a way, it's not a good thing, but you are giving it light, bringing light to it. So maybe they'll police department and they'll study it and learn how to handle things a different way. Because It has to be studied.
There has got to be some kind of something put in place, a budget for it. The FBI has a cyber stalking unit. I mean, it's serious. You know, you're messing with people's livelihoods. You're intruding. You're imposing yourself into someone's privacy via digital means, and it's not right. No one has the right to do that in any capacity. So.
Wow.
Yeah. So yeah, it's been a nightmare. Do you know what it is to every booking I have or everywhere I go where I'm advertised that I have to send her photo to security or to the club owner and say, please, if you see her, don't let her in? I have an order of protection that I carry around. Why do I have to live like this?
Right.
Like, just leave me alone. So, I made a song.
You made a song about
It's about being stalked.
Okay.
It's produced by Schizo and Big French.
We know Schizo. He's a friend.
Yeah,
We've had him here.
Yes, it's called Stop Stalking Me, Bitch. Yes. I mean, it's so bad, it's good. I'm not trying to be Nicki Minaj. I know that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It was fun, but it was a way for me to kind of therapeutically express my frustration with the whole situation via music. And it's out on iTunes, Spotify, Tidal, and Pandora. So everybody watching, stream that shit, download it. Stop stalking me, bitch.
That's crazy.
Yes.
Wow, that is bananas. But you had a song before then, and that one actually you had fun with doing too, right?
No fuck boys.
No fuck
I don't
boys.
want no fuck boys. Yeah. We actually got to get that re-cleaned up and mastered. I want to just start dropping some singles, because then I have another one. I'm not going to say the name because I don't want to steal my idea.
Okay.
We got to make the video for the Stop Stalking Me Bitch this week, and then I do want to redo the Fuckboy song, No Fuckboys.
The names of your songs are very catchy, by the way. Just want to let you know.
This is real life experience.
It's good. So.
How many views did the last one get? It was up there.
I don't know.
You had a couple of 100,000 people that watched that video, I think.
I don't know.
She's too busy to be checking her stats.
I really don't. And I rarely read my comments.
In the game. She's working. She's not watching.
Man, I'm out here on the move. You know this. I'm always out moving. So, yeah.
What else you want to promote? Anything else you want to let people know about you?
Just
Your
a
nonprofit
foundation.
stuff?
Yes. Well, I have a lipstick out, my own signature red that I have on right now. It's called Chrissy Chrissy.
Okay.
Chrissy Chrissy.
Yes. You can click the link in my bio on Instagram and order yours. I have my nonprofit foundation, Survive to Thrive Global, which is really, really taking off. We're really doing a lot of big things. We started receiving grants from the government, funding. We're starting to do housing programs to get women and children, survivors of domestic violence, into permanent housing, to be independent and job training, things like that, so they don't have to go back to their abusers.
Right.
A lot of women end up back with their abuser or homeless because they have nowhere else to go. And it shouldn't be that way. You shouldn't have to be forced to be with someone that's abusing you because you don't have the financial means to be.
And you're actually a product of domestic violence.
100%, yeah. I'm not even shy about posting the graphic photos that I have on my page, Survive to Thrive Global, because, some people are like, oh, you just want pity. No, it's not about that at all. I don't need attention. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you got enough.
Yeah, I get plenty.
You got to stalk it.
Yeah.
Once you got to stalk it, you need no more attention.
Yeah, I get plenty. So, it's about showing people that this is real.
Right.
It happened to me. I'm not just some socialite chick saying, oh, well, I know someone, it happened to me, so I started a foundation. No. This foundation came from the worst point in time of my life. This was born out of that horrible, horrible place, and it has blossomed into something so amazing and helping so many people that it gives me a better feeling than any reality show, any other endeavors that I've ever embarked upon. So it's just amazing when people write me and say, you really helped me, Chrissy, you really inspired me to leave my abuser, you helped save my life, I got away, I moved to another city, I got that restraining order because of you. And that's everything to me.
Yeah.
It's everything to me.
Saving one person's life, pretty much,
Yeah.
one at a time.
That's what's up.
I also, everybody knows I work part-time for one of America's top plastic surgeons, Dr. Aiden. His wife is actually the newest cast member of Real Housewives of New Jersey, airing this September.
Wow.
So we've been filming at the office and things. I love working for such a brilliant man. I love being around intelligent people, and I love being in the beauty business because I get to help people transform their bodies and their lives. We have women that have had 6 children, they've raised their kids, they've been a great wife and mother, and they want their body back. Now it's time for them to look their best. So I help them to achieve that. And I just love that whole medical world. It's something that I never really thought I'd be involved in, but it's really cool. And the money doesn't hurt.
I think you just like helping women.
I think you do too. And just being fabulous.
Thank you. Yes.
And the money doesn't hurt.
Yeah, the money doesn't hurt. Yes.
So, whoa, we also forgot about the dogs. Are you still doing the...
Of course, celebrity catwalk.
Yo, she has the celebrity catwalk. Talk about that. This is crazy. These dogs getting money. Dogs getting money.
Explain
this is crazy.
Okay, so everybody knows I'm a big pet lover.
Okay.
I have my one Chihuahua, Marge, Tiffany. She's a rescue, and then I recently.
How many followers on Instagram she got?
She has almost 10,000. This is my Chihuahua. She has more than these bomb bitches. Okay. Okay. And then I just adopted another rescue, Ashley Gabor. She's also a teacup Chihuahua who was found outside of an abandoned building, and kids were poking over sticks and throwing rocks at her. Yeah, so she needed a home. So she happened to come into my life when my niece had passed away a few months ago. So I just saw it as a sign. So I said, I gotta take her. I wasn't supposed to have any more pets in my building, but I snuck her in. Anyway, if you're my landlord, you ain't hear this. Anyway, so anyway, we rescue. We work with small rescues. Celebrity Catwalk was founded over 20 years ago in Los Angeles. We've had Jamie Foxx, Hugh Hefner, Howard Stern's wife Beth, Kelly Osbourne involved. We do 3-day fashion shows biannually, and all of the money that we raise goes to, we'll pick one small grassroots shelter here in the area. We have Yorkie 911 in Connecticut, and we'll give all the money to the small. We don't want to do...
To build it up.
Yeah, because these people are really giving their money out of their pocket to save these dogs and pull them out of the kill shelters to get them fostered and rescued. Right. So, because I can't stand to see an animal. I'd rather see a human die in a movie than an animal. Like, I saw a crime.
In a movie.
In a movie.
Okay, let's be clear.
Maybe in real life, depends on who the fuck my wife is. Depends if it's my ex.
Be careful with me.
It's crazy.
Yeah, so, yeah. But yeah, everything is good, man. Life couldn't be better. You know, I went through a few years of just a lot of things, up and down, since loving hip-hop, but I'm really starting to feel like myself again. You know what I'm saying?
Is there anything you regret from your career? Any decisions you made? Like, I shouldn't have done that. I put myself in something that's going to stick to me forever now.
Just some bad wigs, man.
Just the wigs?
Some fucked up, cheap Chinese wigs. Boy, I should have paid that money.
Should have got the good wigs.
Should have got the good hair, not the pack shit.
Okay.
But no, everything is good. It's been a blessing. You know, a lot of people know that I moved up here from Baltimore and started my life over.
I want you to talk about what it was like growing up in Baltimore.
Well,
because everybody hasn't seen The Wire.
Well, it's very drug infested. I lost my sister to drugs and my niece recently, you know, to drugs and the whole street life. I grew up hard. I've been on my own since I've been 15. I worked as an exotic dancer at 16 just as a means of survival. But I knew I was always better than that. I ended up with a drug dealer from Washington Heights. We sold a lot of drugs in Baltimore City. We made a lot of money. I had escort services. I had a clothing store. Just enough money wasn't enough money for me.
You're the ultimate hustler.
Ultimate hustler. Until he got shot and killed in his car, and I was almost with him at I was 27. He was 28. Anyway, that was the biggest wake-up call I ever had, because even the detectives told me, like, do you know how fucking lucky you are to be alive that you weren't in the car with him? And I was almost with him. But
did this happen in
This happened in Baltimore.
Oh, so he
got killed by Morgan State University. Yeah, so I was supposed to go with him to pick up some money, and my phone rang in the house. This was when we had house phones. And I had the escort business, and a guy at the airport wanted to see one of the young ladies that was working with me at the time. So her car was broken down. I had to pick her up and take her. But if it wasn't for that phone call, I probably would have been with him. That's why I believe in God so much, and I believe that divine intervention is definitely real.
And the John saved your life.
Yeah. So, bitch! Yeah, so it was just, after that, I had the FBI in my house, I had police, and it was just too much.
Nobody want to deal with.
And then they call it Smaltimore. Everybody knows everybody. So it got to be too much. Everybody was looking at me like I'm some kind of gangster or some shit. Like, I'm just a normal person. Yeah, we got money, but he was dead. And I didn't want to be there anymore. And I loved New York. We used to come up here. We used to go to Soul Kitchen, Esso's, like all those bomb parties in the back in the day when New York was super lit.
Right.
And I just loved it. And I said, you know what? It's now or never. If I don't move up there and really pursue my dreams, like, you know, the acting, the modeling, stuff like that, I was never going to do it. So I owned a house. I sold my store. I got rid of the house. I got rid of the store. Got rid of everything. And I moved up here in the dead of winter. I knew 2 people and started my life completely over. I started working at Sue's Rendezvous. That's when it was popping on Tuesdays. Mount Vernon. That's when it was popping. That's how I made so many industry connections. I mean, I met some of the most prominent people in the industry from back then, and I still have wonderful friendships with. You know, so I don't regret anything. I've made everything I said that I was going to do when I left Baltimore. So I'm going to get on TV. I'm going to be a model. I'm going to do this. I've made it happen. And a lot of people can't say that. So I'm very proud. Very, very proud of myself. Because nobody believes me. Stop crying.
Come on.
That girl good. That girl good.
So no, but it's just what it is. You know what I'm saying? Nobody believed in me.
It's a cold world and you made it happen.
My own mother said, you're never going to make it. There's younger, prettier girls than you in New York. You'll be right back. I'm just trying to spare you. Yeah.
Wow.
I would have loved to have seen her face when Love and Hip Hop came on, and I'm going to scream with my dog, like, right? So yeah, so it's been a long road, and it's been a great one. I have no regrets. To get back to your question, only the bad wigs.
Only the bad wigs. 2018, 19, what you got planned? What's new? What's your focus now? Because it seems like you dive into something 100%.
Yeah, dropping more singles. Starting some podcasts, and I want to do a YouTube channel, work with a few different people. Definitely maybe my own skincare line, and building my foundation to become global, which was, I declared it global from day one, Survive to Thrive Global, when I was registered as a nonprofit, because, you know, domestic violence is everywhere. It's not just here in New York. No, it's worldwide. And a lot of people have it a lot worse in other countries. So yeah, man, I got a lot of things, and I want to get married. I want to be glued up. Yes, I want to find that special man.
Are you thinking about children?
Yeah, I want a child, but if I don't do it soon, but Brigitte Nielsen just had a baby, and she's 52.
Really?
How'd that happen? How'd that happen, though?
Usually it's in course, you know, 2 people get together, and I'm kidding.
But at 52?
Actually, she's 54.
And she didn't do a vitro?
I don't know that part. I know she's 54 and she's got 5. So she's about to have her 5th.
That shit works.
I'm 45. I'm like...
That shit is working. I'm sure your stuff works too. Don't worry about it.
I hope.
You'll be alright. You'll be alright.
I hope.
The clock is
Something
ticking.
will find its way there.
I mean, chihuahuas are cool and everything, but I want like a real baby, a live baby. Like
a little mini you.
Yeah, mini me that I can spoil and dress cute.
Well, we know feeding the child is going to be an issue.
You know what?
He will definitely find his way there.
You know, I couldn't help it. I had to. I'm sorry. Stone me. I had to.
No, you know what? Because last time I remember I came up here mad bummy. And then I was like, damn, you get dressed up for everybody else's interviews.
Yeah, she can't be. I was like, yo, she going jogging or something?
I had like workout clothes on because I was running. I was running around. I didn't have time.
She didn't know we were going to record it.
I thought it was just audio.
Audio, got you.
Yeah. So, yeah.
She was like, not this time. She's like, I'm headed out after this.
Yeah, I was like, no, today is La Marina. Okay?
You got to hang out with Rainbow. Rainbow has a lot of, he's doing a lot of stuff this summer, man.
Yeah, what are you doing, man?
I do a lot of like Barcode, Lobby, New York stuff, Queens, a place called Home. I do a lot of parties. I do stuff in White Plains.
There's a lot of brunch.
I want to be some poppies. I want to be a new drug dealer for the summer.
Well, you definitely got to go to my parties. I'm sure they are.
Yes, I'll be here.
Okay, Poppy, that bottle right here.
Where the money's at. Bottle poppers.
I'm with the plug.
I hear that, man.
Yes.
Anything else you want to talk about?
Yeah, tell us what else is going on with you.
She said everything.
I think there's some she's leaving out.
What else am I leaving out?
Some she's leaving out.
What else am I leaving out?
I don't know.
Got the nonprofit.
Your board members. You didn't talk about your board
members.
Who's on your board?
Yes. Okay. So
I was waiting for you to say that.
Okay. Yeah. So I have assembled the best team ever because I believe that
And this is for the nonprofit.
For my nonprofit, Survive to Thrive Global. I strategized who I wanted to be in my little nucleus here and who could bring something different to the table in each way. So I have Dawn Florio. She is a major criminal defense attorney from the Bronx. She's Fat Joe, Remy Ma's lawyer, a lot of major celebrities. She's got a long history of winning cases. She's also an ex-prosecutor. I have Shakita Stevenson. She actually works in the White House in Washington, D.C. She's my chairwoman of the board.
Wow.
She's the one that's been getting us the grants directly from Washington, D.C. I have Doreen Shields, who was actually here with me last time. She is actually a financier, and she's a doctor of metaphysics, and she's also been securing funding for the foundation. I have Dina Lancree. She is the chief designer at Calvin Klein. So she's more out there networking and at all the events for us, things like that. I have Benita Bordy. She is also part of the big, she's from Ghana, she's part of the big African community here in New York. And we plan on bringing our foundation over to Africa and things like that. What else do I have? Oh, I have Rodiga. I put Rodiga on the board, yes, because she's fabulous and she's down with the cause. And she can get other places when she's touring in Europe and things like that and bring awareness to the foundation. And she's been a big supporter without me even been asking since day one. She's just wonderful.
Rodiga's great.
I have, let's see. Oh, I have Alex. She is an award-winning journalist actually in Newark. She works for the mayor's office over there. She works for WBGO in Newark. She's a news reporter and stuff like that.
Wow.
So she's kind of connected us with the mayor, Baraka, who's awesome, and he's a big supporter of my foundation.
Hometown. That's where I'm from.
Yeah, he's mad cool. He has a center for domestic violence because he lost his sister to domestic violence.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so he's a big supporter. What else?
You got a real all-star class, but it's put together well.
Yes.
Everybody
This
brings
is well
something to
thought
the
out.
table.
This is
Yeah.
like the ultimate
I'm the
Megatron.
mastermind.
She's trying to.
And I am the face and the voice. You know what I'm saying? So it all works out. It all meshes very well together.
Makes sense.
You gotta have people.
Mean team.
Yeah, you gotta have, I have Dr. Jack O'Brien, who's a doctor, and he represents us for the LGBTQ community. He's a gay man, and he's wonderful as well. So I've, mixed up a nice, he's the only man on my board. Yes, but men are victims of domestic violence as well, especially domestic violence is rampant in the gay community.
Right?
You imagine 2 gay men together, or two lesbians and all the fucking hormones and oh my god.
A lot of muscle and testosterone and
and 2 bitches.
Bitches.
Yes, it's too
war.
much.
That's a cat fight.
Yes,
That
it's
became
too
more of a
much.
lion fight.
Yes, it's too much.
2
So
tigers.
yeah.
So I'm happy to hear that you're doing all these great things, and it seems like you've blossomed and you've matured in many ways. So I have to ask you, have you squashed there's no more beefs, no more, because when you came in the game, it was...
I don't got no beef. I don't got time to beef, man.
No, but I mean, have you settled any differences?
If I got beef with you, that's there, and it's always gonna be there. I'm not a going back and apologizing bitch. Life's too short. I don't give a fuck about you. Don't look for, don't look for no fucking apology. Just you go your way, I go mine. I don't need your friendship.
Right.
You understand? I don't give a fuck if you like me.
All the political shit. You don't care about.
Yeah, that's it. I don't care. Like, I'm not gonna go searching back for some shit. I don't care. I make new friends. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I don't get too fucked.
I told you this shit was gonna be fun.
Like, nah, bitch. You wanna squash the beef? You can come to me, and I may consider it, but it's still gonna be a fake makeup. Because once you burn me, I'm a Virgo. Once you fuck with me, that's it. It's forever.
Yeah.
It's done.
You don't forget.
Yes.
You don't forget like that.
No, we don't forget. No, we don't forget. So yeah, man. No, but I've been having fun. I just got back from Puerto Rico. I just got back from Mexico. I've been traveling. Just been feeling like myself again, like I said. After all the, the domestic violence, I had a few deaths, stalkers, everything, love and hip hop. I finally feel like I'm back at peace. I'm dating. I think I mentioned last time I was here, I like younger men. I love younger men. So that's been my thing. I've been having fun.
Yeah, you had mentioned the reason you like younger men. I mean, we talk. So but she's like, let me get this right. Well, the way I guess that too. She ain't, we ain't really go that far. She just feels like the young dudes know how to treat her. Like they will go out the way with the old dudes. They just.
They're boring.
They're boring.
I always thought that older dudes would do more whining and dining because I feel like this generation don't really care about that shit.
I'll tell you what it is. The older dudes are going to do that shit for the young naive girls to impress them because they have a midlife crisis.
Right.
They want to have that approval and that acceptance from a little girl, like a little 21-year-old. Whereas a younger man, now I'm in the position of the older woman, and that's like, wow, she has so much life experience.
Right.
What can I do to please her?
Right.
What should I do? Let me show her my manhood. It's just psychological.
Right. It makes sense.
Is. But and the sex is just amazing.
Hey, we playing chess over here. I got you.
Yeah.
like she's playing chess with all the little things that she got going on.
Yeah, I'm
She's
just...
strategic about it. It's good. You have to think things out correct.
Yeah, that's the problem with a lot of people. They do things without thinking. You know, if people just sat down to think first, they would make so many mistakes sometimes. You know.
So let me ask you. You got 3 questions.
Okay.
I'm gonna say this, and then tell me the first thing that pops in your head. 3 people. Amari from Power, show Power. What's the word that pops in your head?
Orgasm. Orgasm.
Why? What's up?
Oh my God. Well, it's his character, Ghost. He's just that dude. His body is lean when he takes off his shirt and he's in those sex scenes and he's all tatted up. And then he's just a boss on the show. Now, outside of the show, I followed him on Instagram. I wasn't too impressed. He's like an earthy, organic type dude, and his wife looks like Marilyn Manson. So I'm like, really? Okay. I'm over you. But as far as his character on the show,
the character is the dream.
yeah, that is my ideal man. He's a gentleman. He's a boss. He's sexy. He's street, but he's also corporate kind of. So yeah, kind of. So yeah.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Hey, I hear you with some. He cool.
If you ever have him up here, you better call me. Because I just drop by. Like, hey.
We just got done talking about stalking, right? Then we just got done that.
Listen, I'll stalk the fuck out of him. He gives me some dick. I'm like, yes. Then I'm going to leave him alone. Go back to your house. Go play the garden. Go play the
Okay, you said her name earlier. Bridget Nelson.
Iconic.
Why?
Because she was really very different in the 80s at the height of her career. There was no one like her. She was very beautiful and statuesque when you saw her on the screen. You were like, who is she? What is she? Where is she from? You didn't know what she was. Was she German? Was she Russian? Was she Swedish? And she was just tall, and she was like that gangster bitch in all the movies, and she always looked fabulous, like, you know, fierce. I would say fierce.
Right.
Fierce.
Okay.
Yes.
Last name.
Now I'd say Wash.
Wash. We're really honest. There's no filter here.
Anyway.
Next name? Extension?
Honestly, I didn't know any of his music.
Yeah.
I think it's tragic what happened to that little kid. He seemed like he was very well spoken. I'd say just tragic.
Yeah,
tragic. That would be the word, tragic. He's not in my generation, obviously, music-wise. Even though I do listen to a lot of, I love Tekashi 6ix9ine. You could get it too. I think he's cute. Yes.
You hit up Tekashi 6ix9ine?
I would.
His energy's high?
Yeah, he's kind of doing too much though. He's kind of, but I see what he's doing. He's kind of doing like what 50 did, kind of controversial, and that's cool. But
I think behind the scenes 50's coaching him, because a lot of things he does is straight 50 stuff.
Absolutely.
I'm like, they're BFFs now, and I feel like he's doing a lot of 50 stuff. And it works for him though.
Yeah, but you gotta be careful. It takes 1 second.
No,
it's like
I
what
agree.
happened with this other kid. So.
Yeah, it's a crazy world out there.
And then you gotta balance it out too. Like, you know, the problem with a lot of people, comedians do that too. They go and they're too raw with it, you know. And then when they get to a certain platform, they think that they can continue to do the things that got them there. I get it. All the craziness he's doing got him to where he needs to be. But at this point, I think he needs to tone it down, because when you're losing money like $5 million here, and when you can't get into a country to do tours now, you got all these tours booked up there shutting you down. It's like you gotta realize, you know what I mean?
Can I ask you why they didn't have him at Summer Jam?
He tried to get in, they didn't let him in.
Why?
Because
it's just too wild.
He's just too wild. He got problems with Ebro. Him and Ebro got little personal beefs.
Wow, I didn't know that.
And then, you know, you got to remember, like, you're surrounding yourself with all these wild people, right? So they can't afford, you know, it's not like that concert itself always has some kind of drama. So imagine him being, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I got a show with him in Jersey. You want to come stalk him?
Yeah, I will. Oh, that is. I'm open to it. He's cute.
Yeah,
he's like a little Spanish dude. Yeah.
He is Spanish. He's Mexican.
He's Mexican?
Mexican and Puerto Rican.
I thought he was Dominican or something.
No, he's Mexican.
Wow.
You mix them together and it looks Dominican, I guess. I don't know.
Mexican.
Yeah, but I love his music. I love his wildness. You know what I mean?
I love his energy. I love his music. He's a different vibe. I definitely think he's a suitable representative for our
Hip hop. Well, hip hop's supposed to be some fun and thuggish.
You from Baltimore, that's why you like all that crazy shit.
I love that
you
shit.
know what I mean?
I'm gonna always be wilding out. I'm always be ripping motherfuckers out. Yes, I'm so
She don't like pussy dudes. You gotta get some tough shit.
Yeah, I gotta have me a bad boy, but that's good.
Right.
Does that make sense?
You gotta tame them. That's the challenge probably for you, to tame them.
What you need is a gentleman prepared for all occasions. That's what
Like
you need.
Omari Hardaway, like Ghost.
Like the ghost.
Wow, we know in reality that's not him.
I know, he's wearing like
He's over there picking up carrots and shit.
Flowers, picking up flowers, picking them along.
He's on one hand, he's over there counting keys, and then they like, cut. He's like, oh, I gotta get to my garden.
Yeah,
So,
it's
you
a
know.
lot. It's a lot.
Marilyn Manson, that was fun.
But you've seen his wife though. Have you seen a picture?
Crazy.
Google her. I'm telling you.
Yeah,
I'm telling you. Google Omari Hardwick's wife, and you're gonna think it's him, the Marilyn Manson. I'm telling you. I promise you.
We did not say that. The thoughts and views right there.
What else do you want to ask me? Because I can talk about anything.
I know you can. But I know you're getting ready to floss and fly. We do want to let people know your handles, everything.
Yes. Okay, you can find me on Instagram at Chrissy Monroe with the little blue check. That's me.
Are you verified?
The whole time I've been verified. It's in birth. Anyway, on Facebook.
Oh my God.
You're actually right.
I told you.
Oh shit.
Yeah, I told you.
How did that happen?
Well, there goes Amari coming up here.
I told you. Was I lying? I'm not lying.
That's crazy.
Oh
Am I
my
lying?
goodness, man.
No,
I'm
I'm
off the
telling
hook,
you. So, what was I saying? Oh, so on Facebook, Chrissy Monroe. Twitter, Chrissy Monroe _. I don't do Snapchat anymore. I feel like it's too immature for me. And I don't need dog filters. Anyway, what else? Survive to Thrive Global on Instagram is at Survive to Thrive Global. Our website is www.survivetothriveglobal.org. Also, any bitches interested in getting their body done, you can come to Aiden Plastic Surgery. We have an office in Paramus. We have an office in White Plains. www.aidenplasticsurgery.com. We offer free consultations. And you can order your Kissy Chrissy lipstick at the link in my bio on Instagram. And don't forget to download Stop Stalking Me, bitch. Yes, on iTunes, Pandora, Spotify, and Tidal.
Let's do it.
And there you have it, Chrissy Monroe.
She gets the checks.
Thanks for coming out, man.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.